There's the break to the downside. We were stuck to take out this low here at this candle next, 38s to get through right there. Get the move down here, the move down through the 38s, and then maybe all the way down there, pivot point at the 370s here. And just chop back up. Oh no. Pack right back up there to the 500s again. The bottom of that range. Like I said, waiting for that 15-minute range to get that candle to close below the 15-minute range. Just chop back up. Got to get away from this VWAP here. Get away from the VWAP here, chat. All right, back into the 15-minute range again. Good time to just not touch it. Trying to get back above the EMA here on the 2-minute chart. Getting the close above there now. Just that middle of that 15-minute range, just a kind of a tricky spot. Can you show what the top and the bottom of the 15-minute range is? Are you fucking serious, Justin? Justin, are you serious? Are you fucking with me? Are you fucking with me, Justin? You're fucking with me, aren't you? This dude's fucking with me. He's got to be trolling right now. God. Ah! Can you tell me where's the 15-minute range at? Got you, bro. Well, I got you, Justin. Have fun in the VIP. I got you. You didn't get me shit. Get out of here. We ain't got no time for no children in the chat. ICT's on Twitter going crazy. Let's hear. Oh, God.
It's important. I'll chase after it and lose my money. To informed money, tomorrow is new opportunities. But for retail and people that are unorganized, tomorrow is unknown. And fear and greed grips them. Not you. Not you. Because you know when you're making time to do the things that you've made a plan of action for. I know what yesterday's daily high and low is. I can trade inside that range. I don't need it to do anything outside of the high of yesterday or below the low of yesterday. I don't need that. And I can carve out a breadwinning system to feed my family. You ever think about it like that?
Nope.
And say, I gotta make a lot of money so I can buy a car and fit in with the clique. Everybody's showing cars. If I don't put out a picture of me buying a car or going in debt with a depreciating asset, then I'm not gonna be looked upon as someone that's profitable. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of people on Instagram that have lots of lease payments. They have lots of things that they can't do financially to pay for unless they sell mentorships or they get the revenue from the things that they're doing. And I am not dumping on them. That is not the point of what I'm about to say. I'm saying that you're being trapped by the illusion. What's more important?
Why is he so mad?
You wasting hours chasing after what everybody else is doing on social media, thinking it's encouraging you, when it's really not. Because you want to be them. That means you're coveting their things. That's why I never show you my stuff. Because it doesn't matter. You're never going to drive my car. There's nobody ever drove my car.
I'll drive that car.
None of my boys have ever drove my cars.
Never?
My wife has never drove my cars.
Your wife has never driven them?
They're not going to help you.
His wife don't even drive his cars.
Better decisions in your trades. They're not going to help you find the right fair value gap. They're not going to help you determine which fair value gap is going to become an inversion fair value gap before it even gets there. They would distract you. Would I spend a week where I eat, what I do, none of that's your business. Just like none of what you do is anybody else's business. How much you make is nobody else's business. You make $5 million in 16 weeks. You go out and show everybody. There's going to still be people. I would have expected you to have made more money than that.
I make $5 million.
Working at Dunkin' Donuts, and you're taking their opinion and you're carrying it with you all the way to bed. And it's in your head, swirling around, stealing.
Oh man, I can't. All right, well that was fun. Gotta love a little ICT rant. Nothing better than a good old ICT rant to get the day.
You all never drive your car. Stop showing me the STO.
Oh, you're gonna drive my car, motherfucker. I will make you drive my car. You're gonna come to the BDH and you're gonna fucking drive the car. I'm gonna force you. I'll put handcuffs on your hands and I'll put you in the car. I will force you to fucking drive my car. I'm gonna force you to. All right, Nasdaq just chopping around here at the VWAP right now. Patrick, why do I see the moves before you, Patrick, like 3 minutes late? Oh, hey, Andy, what's gonna happen next, Andy? Andy Emmanuel Jean-Pierre. If you know what's gonna happen next, tell me. Tell me right now. Come on. Tell us. If you know what's gonna happen 3 moves ahead, tell me now. Come on, what happens? What happens next? He's like, Patrick, do you know that the market is already at 19,500? On your chart, it shows 19,560. Patrick, I am so far. You're in the past. You're trading based on history. I'm trading on the future. Oh man. Patrick, when I watch your stream, I know what's going to happen before you do. Oh man, come on. Gotta laugh about it sometimes. Well, if you know what's gonna happen next, Andy, tell me now. So that way I can get long or short. Fucking A. Why do people in the chat always be like, Patrick, I know what's gonna happen, but then they don't tell me? You know? Nobody tells me. People are like, Patrick, I knew exactly where the market was gonna go before it happened. I'm like, well, you didn't tell me. Why didn't you tell me first? Oh, God. Don't be greedy, all right, people? If you're in the chat and you know what's going to happen next, tell everybody so we can know, so we can all make money together. You know? Don't just say long, don't just say short. Like, give us an actual trade idea. Be like, okay, I want to see, you know, like, don't just say long, short. Like, you got to, like, give us an idea. You know, like, kind of like, Don't just like yell out long, short. Like give us, give us an actual idea. Like, like share the wealth. If you're so good at trading, why not share the wealth? Like give us the secrets. I want to know the secrets. I want to know when to get short, when to get long. I want to know that. Why don't you tell me? You're trying to keep all the money for yourself? I'm gonna go pee. That's what I'm gonna do. This market is not moving, so I'm gonna go pee. So maybe it will move. If I go pee, maybe it will move. If I go pee, maybe it will go. Okay. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but I think it looks like a short. It might just be me, but it's looking pretty shorty here. Got wick. I mean, it's kind of just chop, I guess. Definitely looks like a short here. If we get through this 70 area, like through in there, and then it's should just start to move faster to that next level, consolidating here now. $15-minute chart, just kind of holding up there. Gonna need that 15-minute bear flag. The low of that candle, 45. The low of that previous candle, 36. So Patrick, I think you need to address this no hand washing situation. So yeah, basically what I do is I pull my pants down and my dick is so big that I don't even need to hold it. It just pees. So I don't have to wash my hands. I would show you, but I don't want to, get you all excited. I know when you have a little peepee that you have to you have to hold it and, point it in the direction of the toilet. But for me, I just stand up and I just, and it just falls out. It just falls out. All right, Nasdaq, I mean, this is why I'm not taking a trade here. It's just chopping, holding up at the VWAP. If it goes up, it goes up. If it goes down, it goes down. I mean, people are like, everyone's trying to guess what's going to happen next. The best thing to do right here is to not guess and just be patient. I have no trade open right now. I'm just sitting back, waiting and watching. We're either going to go up or we're going to go down. I know that sounds funny, but there's just not a clear direction here. We're at the bottom of the 15-minute range. Now it's pushing back up there, 520s. I don't fucking know, man. There she goes, pushing up now, 528. It broke out there. But like basically this whole area here is I mean, it's pushing. Fucking A. That's a hard, I mean, it's just that's a hard trade either way. You know, like. So. Now we can, I mean, the way that I'm looking, I'm like, I'm up $20,000 on the day, or $2,200 on the day. You know, it's like, could I have gotten long there? Maybe. But I also don't want to give back any profits. You know, it's like, wait for a better setup. Wait for a better setup here. What's my biggest day ever? Probably what? I think I made about over 100,000 in a day with the copy trading. PW, my 2-year-old daughter, who is very good on the words, just came into my office and said, "Hajj him." Is that me? Does that mean that's him? He's him? Biggest loss of my own capital, probably 100,000. Probably, you know. Not in one day, but 100,000, like, I've lost $100,000 of real money for sure. Like in one account. Patrick, how do you deal with the intraday drawdown with Apex? Honestly, the best thing to do is to trail, right? If you're trying to pass Apex evaluations, if you're trying to trade, you know, obviously the PA accounts, the best thing to do is just trail the price action. Basically, put your stop loss and just as the market's moving higher or it's moving down, just move that stop loss and just keep moving it. That way, you just don't want, like, right, let's say I don't know, let's say, you know, say I'm long. Like, if I got long right here at 504, like, I'm just basically trailing. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to get long here at 504, let the market push all the way to the 560s, pull back here, and then stop me out break even, because I'm going to blow up the account. You need, until you get above the buffer, just really focus on trailing, right? Because it's a trailing. Like, imagine your stop loss is basically like, that's your trailing stop loss, right? So I want basically to see, like, I want to push and then I want to trail very tight. Just keep trailing, and then if I get stopped out, at least I, have my profit target. That would be probably the biggest advice that I could give anybody out there. If you're trading with Apex, trail your stops. Put your stop on the chart and then move it with the price action. Don't let the trade go from, being up 50 points to getting stopped out for only 5 points. Be real tight. Be real tight with your stop. That's all you got to do. Once you get over the buffer, then you're good. So, have you ever traded with MFF? Yes, I've traded with My Funded Futures. I took a $50,000 payout last year with them, actually. Or this year. No, last year. Take Profit Trader, the same thing. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter what prop firm you're using. It's like, you got to remember, guys, you're trading drawdown, right? Like, you don't have a $150,000 account. So every trade you take, you need to be like, hey, if I'm up $5,000 on this trade, I'm gonna lock in that profit, no matter what prop firm it is. Like, just lock in profit. Oh, you can always re-enter. Those base hits are how you get payouts. When I got $600,000 payout with Apex, there was not one day out of the 56 days where I made one massive profit. It was consistent. $500, $1,000. So you don't need big days of profit. I'm just trying to give you advice. Get those $500 days and do it consistently. Just do that over and over and over. I'm telling you, I took out over $800,000 in payouts with Apex last year, simply just having $500 days. And people won't believe me. They'll be like, yeah, no, you can't do it. I'm like, okay, whatever. Don't believe me. But I promise you, that's how you do it. If you want to get payouts, you got to be consistent. Get your $500 day, get your $1,000 day, whatever it is, and then just be done. Walk away and come back the next day. You can't be up big on a trade and then get stopped out for break even, because you're gonna fuck yourself when it comes to trailing drawdown. Nice little push again off of that 21 EMA. Back up here to this pivot point. We are still inside the 15-minute range. And you can use the code PW. Use the code PW for My Funded Futures if you want to check them out. Use the code PW all the time. Get the best deals, baby. Get the best deals, baby. Right now, Take Profit Trader is 30% off, no evaluation fee. I think this is the best deal in the entire industry right now in terms of pricing. When it comes to an account, to not have to pay the activation fee, 30% off. If you look at the price and compare them to other prop firms out there, the daily payouts, all that fun stuff, it's real. Also, today for Power Hour, we're going to be giving away $1,000. Who guessed? Who's going to guess what car I'm buying? Who's going to guess? Well, we're going to find out. Right now, I mean, it's like, would I want to be long right here? Probably. I would. I look at this and I'm like, I would have liked to probably take this long right here, right? Because that's my setup. The problem is, when I look at the chart, what do I see? I know that we're still inside the 15-minute range. So it's hard. Because, yeah, would I have made money? Yeah, I would have made fucking 50 points right there. But again, it's like, I got a rule. My rule is, like, I don't want to trade inside this 15-minute range. Does that make me a bad trader? No, it makes me disciplined, because 9 out of 10 times, those setups are not going to work. It's going to chop, and I'm going to get stopped out. So it's about, I think people really forget that, or they don't understand that trading is not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you don't lose. You don't make money chasing the market all day, every day. You make money by not taking trades when you don't have like your A+ setup. And a lot of people on the internet will sit here and get mad because they're like, well, Patrick, it was such a good long. And I'm like, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm happy. If somebody in the chat got long and the market went up, I'm like, hell yeah, congrats. Like, that's good, right? Like, you made money. But like, Me personally, I know that if I take a trade inside the 15-minute range, 9 out of 10 times, it's not going to work out for me. And that's just like, I know that from experience. Does that make me a bad trader because I didn't take the fucking bull flag? No. It makes me a good trader because I avoided an area that I normally just is not consistent for me. The same thing with trading like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Some of my worst profits are when I trade just weird times of the day. Like, it's always the same story. Whenever I blow up an account, I will tell you, the majority of the times when I blow up an account, it happens because I'm trading outside of my normal trading hours. Like, I'm trading at 2 o'clock or I'm trading at 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock because I get FOMO and I'm like, you know, I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh man, I gotta take a trade. Or like, I got to, but I don't have to. There's nobody forcing me to take a trade. It's just like, that's just the truth. If you look here on like I'm still waiting for my Tradeify live accounts, but if you look here on my Tradeify live accounts, right? If we go back, like, look, this is just one account. I got 5 of these accounts straight to funded. Look at my profit. Like, there's not one profit day that was massive, right? 3,000, 3.2 was my biggest profit days. Not one day was massive, but look, what did I make? $30,000 in 30 days. 30,000, 30 days. The win streak, 26 trades without having a loser. How was I able to do that? Well, basically avoiding bullshit that I normally don't avoid. And it's funny because if you look like trade time, majority of the profit made from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, after 10 o'clock, and then it kind of just like dwindles down. But what's funny is, like, if you look at my winning percentage for my trades, like some of you'll see, like, my winning percentage will be a lot lower at different times of the day. Like, even look, 10 o'clock, after 10 o'clock, majority of the time, I'm not as good as the 9 o'clock hour. So 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, 80% win-loss ratio. After 10 o'clock, not as good. Right? Like, I know that. Also, same thing with the trade duration. What's funny is, like, look at my P&L based on trade duration. My under a minute, I made 8,000. 2 to 5 minutes, I made 18,000. Under a minute to 2 minutes, I didn't make any money. That's kind of funny. Kind of funny to look at. Right now, the Nasdaq up there to the pivot points. And I'm not showing this to like brag. I'm just showing this as like a experience to be like, guys, look, this is what, if you want to make money with prop firms, don't try to make a lot of money. I know it's like, it's stupid to say that, but just get those $500 days, get those $100 days, whatever it is, like get your little small profits and do it consistently. Do it consistently for a year straight and you will be amazed. You'll be amazed at how much more money you'll make trying to get those $100 days compared to $1,000 days. If you're struggling having $1,000 day, why not just like, you know, be happy with the $100 day and then grow that, get that money. Like, the goal is very simple with a prop firm. The goal is to get payouts. Get your payouts, take the money out of the prop firm, and then put it into a real account if you want. That's the goal. So, Nasdaq up there to that pivot point, 5.7 pivot point, 570. 15-minute chart, we held the lows. Right now, kind of above the high here is 82, and then that next high is 620s. The FOMO is real, but I know one thing, that if I FOMO into this trade right here, guess what's going to happen? It's going to reverse. It's going to stop me out, and I'm going to have a fucking bad day. So it's not worth Make $20,000 and fucking be happy, Patrick. You know, like, be happy. Because this, you know, this is where I fuck myself. And it sounds weird to say I fuck myself, but like this is where this is how I turn a green day into a red day. Fucking around like up here, right? Like, okay, let me try to take a breakout long here at the 60s, and then it pulls back to the 540s. That's like, this is exactly, I know the recipe to disaster, and that exactly is what it would be. Fuck around and find out. There's no truer statement, my friends. No truer statement. I mean, what do we know? We know that the pivot points act as support and resistance. Well, right now, what is it acting as? Resistance. We got stuck there before. Like, I don't want to get long into a fucking candle like this. I just don't. Right? This is a perfect example of where I do not want to get long at. I do not want to get long when we've got this big old denial candle right there. Because what does that mean? Well, it means we might chop around here some more. We're below that pivot point still. It's not where I want to be getting long at. There you go. Mellow, call it here, have a good weekend, walk away. I'm all for it. I believe. I believe. I believe. He believes. And trust me, guys, you know, there ain't nobody on this fucking planet that wants to make money more than I do. Right? Like, I really want to, like, I want to fucking make a lot of money. Right? Like, my goal is to make a shit ton of fucking money, and I want to so badly. But I also know that when I start feeling that way, when I get that greed, when I get a little greedy, that's exactly when bad things happen. So, trying to stay out of it. JMac Trades. You can send an email to g@onlypropfirms.com. Check out your indicator. Jonathan, Patrick, do you think that I should stick to 50K fundeds or switch to the 5 150Ks? I mean, it's hard to say, my friend. I don't know you. I don't know what your strategy is. I don't know how much money you got. I got no idea. That's like asking me a question like, Patrick, what car should I buy? I need something very specific. I'm like, well, where do you live? How fast do you want to go? How many seats do you need? Do you need a pickup truck? Do you need an SUV? Do you need a fast car? You need a slow car? You need an EV? You need a diesel? You need a gas? Which one, you know? I don't fucking know. Whenever I go places, people always ask me, like, Patrick, what was the one thing that you did that you found success? And it'll blow their fucking mind every time. I'm like, I just stopped doing stupid shit. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, exactly. I just stopped doing stupid shit. I have enough experience knowing that if I fuck around, I'm gonna find out. Again, bouncing there off the 21. Like, the FOMO right now is fucking real, boys. Like, I'm watching this right now and I want to trade so badly. Like, I'm watching this and it hurts. Like, I'm watching it, I'm like, fuck. Because it is doing what I want it to do. It's pulling back to the 21 EMA. It's breaking out here again. Like, could I have taken this trade above the 60s? You know, maybe 20 points to the upside there? I could do it, but I don't want to, you know? Oh, it hurts. The FOMO is real. Look at it. It's going. Like, that's the hard part too, is like right now, you know, like this is kind of like my setup. Like, okay, it's right there, but it's just not worth it. I'm gonna stay strong. I'm staying strong, chat. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Take the money and run. You know what's going to happen after this? You know what's going to happen after this? As soon as I walk away, as soon as I go to Chipotle, this thing's going to break out and push up there to the 670s. And then the problem is, if I get long right here, it's gonna crash down. Every time I go to Chipotle, the market fucking rips. Every time. And then if I don't go to Chipotle, the market doesn't move. Cannot make that shit up. There she goes. Fuck. Listen, how about this? I make money, you make money, and then we all be friends. It's just like every day, someone goes, Patrick, why don't you do this? Patrick, why don't you do this? I don't know. I'm going to keep doing what I do, right? I'm going to keep doing what I do, and you do what you do. And then at the end of the year, we'll compare. We'll see who's got more money in the bank. How about that? Call me in December, and I'll tell you exactly how much money I made this year, and then you tell me how much money you made. And we'll compare notes. We'll see who made more money. Sure, Michael, let's do it. I dare you. Dung Do in the chat. Andy said, I told you. God, everybody tells me. It's just amazing that so many great traders come to this chat just to share all the knowledge that they have. You know, sprechen Sie Deutsch? No, very small amount. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Someone asked me if I speak German. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Mason, I'm using Tradeovate for my trades, yes. All I know is Chipotle's open. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Die! I got that German in my blood. I think I'm more like Viking than anything really though. Like, you know, that's how I think. I'm a long lost. My bloodline is long bloodline of Vikings. Deutschland. Hey PW, how do you control your emotions when you're so close to achieving the profit target? Well, that's the thing, my friend. Don't think about the profit target. If you got to almost to the profit target, you know what I mean? Like, just because you're $200 away from the profit target does not mean that you should just enter a trade to make $200. You should wait for your setup and then take a trade. People they get their account, their eval right to the profit target. And then they're like, okay, I'm going to take one more trade and I'll make $100 and then I'll pass the eval. And then they end up getting chopped up or whatever it is. So like, if you're that close to your profit target, just forget about the profit target and focus on just trades. I think the whole profit target thing really just like fucks people up, right? Because everybody's like so focused on, oh, I gotta make money, you know? Like they're so focused on like making money. That's when they end up blowing up, because now instead of worrying about taking a good trade, they're just more worried about hitting that profit target. And that's where you end up blowing up, because you're more focused on your profit target than you are focused on actually waiting for a good trade. Dakota's long at the 630s. Oh, Lord. Patrick, are you from the military? Nope, no military. I tried to join the military, actually, when I was 18 years old. They told me I was colorblind. And I said, what? What? Dakota's long from 626. 5 contracts on the Nasdaq right now. Probably not the best place to be long at, but I'm not going to be a hater. It might work out. I mean, it's just kind of holding there. That's why I have yellow candles, because the green candles look the same, and I just kind of like the yellow. It's like McDonald's. Scared money don't make money. That's the truth. But there's a difference between being scared and being profitable. There's a big difference between being good at trading versus being profitable. Honestly, I've met a lot of really good traders who are not profitable. You know that? I swear to God, it sounds funny, but there are a lot of good traders who still can't make money. So why is that? Is it because they're retarded? Is it, you know, like, what is the reason for that? Something to be said about it. Just because you're a good trader does not mean you're profitable. Like right now, you know, maybe Dakota is a good trader. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say he's not, but
That's it. Well,
you know, he just got stopped out. He's down $5,000 on the day. Is he a good trader or is he a bad trader? What's he doing right now? He's long up here. He got stopped out. I mean, would you be long up here, chat? Anybody in my chat want to get long up here? What did we just say? If you're not going to get long here, don't fucking get long up here. Anthony, to be fair, he does make money. Does he, though? Does he? Have you been to his house? Have you seen his bank account? Have you? Have you been to his bank account? You know what I mean? Like, you have no idea what he actually makes. You know what I mean? So, again, I'm not trying to get all into the drama here, but I love when people are like, oh, he makes so much money. But I'm like, how do you know? You know his bank account? Oh my God. Look, now it's ripping back up here now. PA stands for poor performance. It's a funded account with Apex. Matthew G at onlyprofirms.com. Email my assistant. You can get a hold of me that way. See, like, this is just like, this is what happens up here. You're just getting this weird area where we're just like chopping around now. 5-minute chart, obviously kind of holding up at the top of that 15-minute opening range. Can it go higher? Sure. Can it go lower? Sure. Trust me, there's nobody like I said, there's nobody on this entire planet who doesn't want to trade and make more money. Like right now, you guys have no idea how hard it is for me to not just like jump into a trade right here. It fucking like I am fighting it like a crackhead. Like I'm like, it's a weird feeling. Like my body literally is like hurting. I'm going through withdrawals right now. I'm literally going through fucking withdrawals right now. It hurts. I'm telling you. And I'm being honest with you guys because like I'm literally over here like, oh my God. I keep watching it go higher and I'm just like, fuck.